Hey guys, it's Marl Sims here, back with another video, and today I am doing a very special video because I am doing a Create-A-Sim for the cast of a short film that I have actually helped direct and produce. So this short film was started by one of my good friends, Mark Story, and he's a little bit younger than me, and this is kind of his first big project to work on. And one day I saw him talking about it and I was like, hey, what are you working on? And he was like, oh, this thing, do you want to help? And I was like, sure. So that's how I got involved. And there are a lot of my really good friends are in the short film. And also, anyway, so a lot of my really good friends are in this short film. And a lot of just really amazing people, and I am so proud of how this project turned out. So today I am doing a Create-A-Sim where I make these people in the Sims who are the cast of the short film. This isn't the full cast, and this isn't even like the most important characters, but I am actually recreating one of the posters for the movie. So I'll try to insert a picture of the poster right here so you guys can see it. And this is a poster for the movie that I'm recreating, so I am remaking the people on this poster. Right now, I am recreating Caitlin. You might recognize her from the video of my friends do my voiceover, and she is playing the lead female in this movie. Her name is Claire. She is super cool. Well, the character is not super cool. The character kind of sucks. But Caitlin is super cool. She's an amazing actress. She did so good with this project, and I'm so incredibly proud of her. And she is one of the, honestly, like, prettiest people I've ever met in my entire life. So doing this Create-A-Sim was very hard because it is hard to recreate her. And you can see that I'm trying like different skins on and stuff, trying to make it look more like her. And I will try to, you can look at the poster that I insert a little while ago. You can go back and pause and look at it so you can see everyone's faces and what I'm trying to make them look like. But overall, she is just like really pretty and really hard to recreate, oddly. I actually have an old Sim on my PC because Caitlin's one of my best friends that I created a few years ago, and it's actually a way better representation of her. So I might have to go on my PC and try to find that Sim and re-download her because I did such a good job that time and I did such an awful job this time. But you know, she's just really hard to recreate. She has one of those faces that's like very angular and specific, and I think one of the main things, I realized that one of the main problems is that Kate has like, her hairline is farther back than any of the hairlines in the game go. So once I went through and I found a hair that had kind of a farther back hairline, it definitely looked a lot more like her. You can just see me like moving all the facial features down trying to get that. But once I made like where the stuff on the face goes more accurate, then she was way more accurate. But her face is just like lower down on her head than the Sims will allow you to do, which is super annoying, but like what can you do? The game has to have some restrictions. But it definitely looks a lot more like her once I did that, and once I kind of like fixed the head shape and the brow bone and stuff, it starts to really come together. But I was having a lot of fun doing this Create-A-Sim, especially making her specifically because she is one of my best friends. And she is so beautiful. It is crazy. And this Sim turned out gorgeous. I definitely might put some of these Sims in my game just to have some extra Sims to play around with. And because they all turned out so beautiful and unique, and I seriously just like love them all. So yeah, you can see me now looking for a hair with a slightly farther back hairline, and I eventually settled on this one because she does have a really curly hair, so I didn't want to give her like any kind of straight hair. So I settled on that one with the little bun in the back. The next character I'm making, his name is Chris. In real life, his name is Zeke. That's the actor who plays him. Zeke is one of those people who like is super wild and loud and fun, but he has one of the biggest hearts of anyone I have ever met in my entire life. But yeah, he can be a lot sometimes. His dream in life is to be a mixture between like Hugh Jackman and Chris Pratt. So that's what he goes for all the time in all of his acting. It's really funny to watch and really fun to just be around him and watch him work. He is a super cool guy, so I had a lot of fun creating him in this Create-A-Sim. He is a really cool. He also makes music, which is very interesting, and one of his songs actually made it into the score of the movie. When we were editing it, we were looking for a song to go in scene 3, and it was just kind of like there was nothing that really fit. And then we were like, you know what? Zeke makes music. Wouldn't it be super cool if we put in one of his songs? So if you want to check the movie out, and I will post the link to the movie's Twitter and to the official trailer, so you can check that out, show it some love, leave some comments. I would love that. And also, if Zeke has posted his music yet, I will post links to Zeke's music. I'll actually put the links to all the people in this Create a Sim social media, so you guys can go check them out, follow them, send them lots of love. And if he ever watches this, I feel like he's gonna hate that I used this hair on him, because it's like not very accurate to represent his hair. But in the trailer, his hair was like a little longer than it normally is, so it was flopping in front of his forehead like that. So I needed that to get the appropriate like look that I was going for. And when I was making these Sims, I was just trying to make them look like the person from the angle that the poster is. Let me tell you, trying to recreate this poster for the thumbnail was so difficult, and if you look too closely, my Photoshop job is actually crap, so just don't look too closely, like don't zoom in. But it took me so long to figure out how to get like lighting effects and stuff on their face, and we did the entire shoot for all the photos of this poster outside at night with just like a spotlight shining on them from different angles. So I really had to figure out how to make the light shine on them in Photoshop, or else it wouldn't have been accurate at all. So that was really difficult, and it taught me a lot in Photoshop. So thanks guys for helping me learn more Photoshop. I have really been getting into Photoshop recently. I think that it is so much fun and so interesting. One of my favorite parts of making my videos is photoshopping the thumbnails. I think it's so fun. And now I am creating Noah's story. He is the brother of the other director, producer, editor, basically the guy I've been working with this whole time. He's the brother of him. Noah is a really, really shy and quiet guy, but he is an amazing actor. It's so crazy because he doesn't speak very much, but everything he says is really funny, really hilarious, really relatable. And then he gets on camera and just like literally blossoms. Like, he is a great actor. I'm so proud of him. He is, I think, the youngest person working on this project, and honestly, he is so amazing and so talented and so nice, and I just really think that he is going to do really great things in the future. So the next person I am working on, her name is Kaylee. She is actually an extra, so her character is unnamed unless she created a name for her that I don't know. And she's in the poster because her scenes are, oh, I know her character. So the character that Kaylee plays was originally a boy in the script, so the character's name is Johnny, and I'm not exactly sure what we changed the character's name to. We made it a girl, maybe it's just a girl named Johnny. But she plays a character who was originally named Johnny in the movie. It is a smaller role, but super, super, super important. And she is just honestly like absolutely gorgeous, like one of the prettiest people I've ever met in my whole life. She's tiny, and she's also very, very well spoken, a very, very educated girl. I really love her. She is super smart, super talented as an actress. We actually did, over the summer, I just graduated high school, and all these kids are still go to the school I go to, and over the summer I helped out with a theater camp that they were all doing, and they did Romeo and Juliet, and she was Juliet, and she was absolutely amazing, guys. Like, they put together Romeo and Juliet in 1 week, and I swear she did so good. She is so talented. And next I am working on, I think, myself. So I have a bit part in the movie, basically because we couldn't find anyone else to fill that role, and it was only like 2 scenes, so one day I just got dressed up and shot the 2 scenes. So now I am working on myself, and what I realized is it is super hard to create yourself in The Sims, because like you want to make yourself prettier than you are. Like, it's hard to like accept our own flaws, but I worked really hard on trying to make this actually look like me, but I think it's probably the least accurate out of all of them. Either mine or Kaylee's is the least accurate. The rest of them, I was surprised they turned out as good as they did, but mine and Kaylee's both look absolutely nothing like us, and I don't know why that is. I guess, oh, and sorry if you can hear that background noise. It just started raining, so there is a little bit of rain in the background, but mine and Kaylee's don't look pretty much anything like us. Like I said, everyone's social medias will be linked, so if you want to go look at pictures and try to compare, you can, but please be nice, because obviously I am not a Create a Sim genius. The role I play, again, is just a small bit part. Mostly I produced and direct and edited and did all of that, but it was a small bit part, and it's in the poster because I showed up for the photo shoot dressed, so now there's a picture in the poster. I think one of the hardest things to recreate about my face in The Sims is that, like, my facial structure is quite manly. Like, I have a very defined brow bone and a very, like, square, ovalish face, and The Sims just doesn't really have that kind of look, I guess. I don't know. The Sim looks way too pretty to actually be me, so it's just, it bugs me. I wish I could just make it slightly uglier so it would look more like me. Now that I'm looking at it, I think I made the eyes too big, and that's one of the main problems. If I could go back and fix it, I would make the eyes slightly smaller, and then I think it would look more like me. And I was also just trying to pick a hairstyle that fit because I needed like one little strand of hair by my face, and I was also wearing a bun. So I used this one. This is a CC hair. If I knew where the link was, I would leave the link for you down below in the description. But sadly, I do not know where the link is because I downloaded this hair like 2 years ago. And finally, the last person I am making is... oh, his name is Bryce. So in the movie, Bryce plays a character named Ben. Ben is a computer genius. He works very, very hard. And Bryce is a really handsome dude, so recreating him also wasn't easy. I think while we're doing this, I'll give you guys a brief synopsis of the movie. So basically, it is an action-y, mystery-y film about FBI agents. There's a lot of drama, a lot of suspense, a lot of romance and sadness, and it is just going to be super duper good. So please go follow our YouTube channel and go follow the Twitter and show some support, watch the trailer, show some love, and of course leave me some constructive criticism because I love to hear that. Also, I think we are going to be selling the download link to the movie. So if you're interested in that, message me on Twitter and we'll see if I can get you one when the movie comes out. The release date for the movie is September 14th. And finally, I am making Maggie, and Maggie is playing, she's kind of an extra. I mean, she's in a lot of scenes, but she is another person who just works for the FBI, and I downloaded this custom content hair, and it happened to be Maggie's exact hair, so that was great. Like, this is literally what her hair looks like. The only thing I would do differently if I could is add some like roots into her hair. And Maggie, I don't know, it's weird because like in the poster that I recreated, she looks enough like Maggie, but like she really doesn't. And anyway, we are coming to the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. So please be sure to like and subscribe and leave me constructive criticism in the comments below. I love you guys so very much, and I can't wait to come back to you next time. Bye!